This Optimus Prime's not what you expect. This Optimus Prime's a mammoth? You get it, right? Because in Jew Ranger, he was called the Mammoth Ranger, but when translated into Mighty Morphin, they named it a Mastodon. Anyway. Yes. So this is Big Convoy. Big. From Beast Wars Neo. We've talked about this kind of thing before, right? Like, Japan couldn't get Beast Wars Season 2 fast enough, so they created 2 shows in between Season 1 and 2. So Beast Wars the second, and the crazier one, apparently, Beast Wars Neo, where the leader is a woolly mammoth. Because that's out of left field. Jesus. So, here's Lio Convoy and Optimus Primal, also known as Beast Convoy. And here is one of the enemies Big Convoy would fight. Magmatron. I'm not showing off the frickin' orgy mode because I can't really remember how to get into it. The last time I was in an orgy was 2000. Never. I also don't have a Beast Wars Neo Galvatron. Oh no, that is Beast Wars 2nd. Which, I think that Galvatron. I did see that blockies eventually of Galvatron, but yeah. So he's a mammoth. His fur is very nicely textured, molded in. It's just the ridiculousness of what I'm holding. I'm freaking holding a transforming mammoth. I did. Want more Mighty Morphin reference I could get by Mastodon Zord, Dinozord. So, yeah. This guy has never even gotten a translation of his name, like Optimus Prime, something like Leo Prime from Lio Convoy, or Optimus Primal. He's just Big Convoy. And he's also kind of a brick in this mode. So besides like looking the part, he doesn't have a lot of movement. So the ears move, flap in and out. His tusks rotate. He has 3 joints in his trunk. So it can move here, here, and here. Because this is the same genus as elephants, right? Like a distant ancestor of the elephant. He'd do that thing where he'd spray water on his back to reach the parts he can't reach on his own. It's also got a hinge inwards for some reason. The front legs move that much, and that's it. The tail wags about yay. I guess to swat flies. Something's wrong with my voice. But yeah, you'd think these feet would be able to move because they have joints in there. But no, they can only move in the robot mode. And unfortunately, the illusion kind of falls apart on the bottom and a little bit on the back because you got exposed joints and most of a robot visible right here. I just want to show one image of a repaint of the original Big Convoy into Nemesis Prime. It's got frickin' blood on its tusks. You wonder how hardcore they made this? It's definitely gored a human or two. Like, Transformers don't bleed red. That red paint on the tusks, that's probably from a human. Any other features in this mode? On the original toy, he's got a butt blaster. That one movie-verse Rhinox figure. And apparently you could sort of somehow use it in this mode. This is more for the robot mode. But that also helps us transform him. So close or maximize, I guess. I don't know if they use like phrase outside of the actual American Beast Wars. Unpeg his arms. We're gonna fold. There's a piece right here that we'll get to once we open this piece up. Move that over. Pop out accessories. We'll talk about those. And takes other stuff out of his hide. Do that. Now we're going to unpeg his legs. Straighten them out. Open this panel. Fold down his foot. Close that back up while rotating in place so the knee joint is facing forwards. I picked the worst day to try and record a video. And also there's a piece. Can I get with? Basically, there's a heel spur right there. And then this panel, you're going to want to rotate around, and it's going to close up like that. Do the same thing on the other side. Open, rotate, fold foot down, close, and there. Oh, nope. It doesn't really lock into place, it just sort of rests there. And now you have a pair of legs. Take these legs, fold them down. You're going to rotate that, fold it up, and just get the arms out of the way by bringing them forward on the gold bits. And then the leg can just rotate around to the back for now, and we'll leave it there. Down, fold, around. Don't unpeg the arm. Make sure the gold pieces are locked in place. Come on. It's the first time I've ever done that. There we go. So the arms are facing forwards. And then we're going to take this and we're going to split it. But we're also going to rotate it enough that the ears are on top. And for now, we can just remove those. Rotate the head. pop open his antenna. And there you have, oh my God. Big Convoy in his robot mode. And he certainly fits the bill of big. Like this is... This is a look, alright. Like just, they're mammoth pieces hanging out everywhere. Like he's just got legs hanging off his hips. Like his love handles are mammoth legs. They're just, look at that. That is Beast Wars Neo. Just kibble wherever they want. Like, Neo is notorious for the amount of shell formers and just... Like, there's a penguin. That pretty much uses none of the penguin in the robot mode. It's just hanging around. Like, it is absolutely ridiculous. So first off, that head sculpt. It's awesome. It looks very much like a bigger, like broader version of Leo Prime's head sculpt. Like those massive horns and... Wait. Oh, yeah. No paint chipping. And just the white, red, tiny little bit of blue, but the gold and silver, like... This is a hell of a good look. I really like it. I'd like it more if... his legs... or his leg, that leg, didn't do that. So, we got any gimmicks? We do have one. And it's one of the best Matrix gimmicks I've ever seen. So open up his entire chest panel and like, just look at that Matrix. You also have detail on the inside of that panel. Completely unnecessary. He's one of the few Optimus types that can actually hold the Matrix in both of his hands. Oops. Wrong handle, sir. But like, if he had articulated hands, I'm pretty sure he could open up his own chest. It's why it's unfortunate he doesn't have them. But like, dude, look at that. Like, that. A rare feature indeed. And I appreciate that they didn't paint the handle gold so it wouldn't chip, theoretically. Slots nicely back in there. You also have flip out whatever these are. I assume they're some kind of weapon. You can flip both of them out. And his fur looks like we have a certain type of I don't want to say boxing glove, but like hand pads that you hold to take punches. We have ones that cover the entire forearm, so then you could take kicks. That's what his fur looks like on his arms. He's got thigh pads on his arms. That's kind of cool, actually. And you can flip his legs around, and I think they're supposed to be big weapons. Like, I guess those are 5 barrels there unpainted. But yeah, just leave them around the back. Because we also have this. I think this is the Matrix Blaster, something like that. Like it's got a name like Matrix something. So he's got just a kind of average style handgun. Which looks kind of puny in his hands, but it's a thing. You can. Oh my god. We just kept getting crazier. Plug his tusks under his hands as, I assume, melee weapons. Like, how is he gonna hit something when the point is, like, here? Like, this looks awkward as hell to aim properly, even if you switch them. Like, now they're pointing down. You also have these harpoons, something. He can hold them in his hands and do what with them, I'm not sure. Throw them, probably. You can tab them back in here, put them on his forearms, any of the 5mm ports, forearm, shoulder, the beast mode legs, but that doesn't look right. It looks like he stepped in something. Or I guess peg it forward so it's shooting. Sure. Sure. But he also has pretty good articulation. So the head is on a ball joint. Things get out of their own way. You want more, actually? He's got missile pods on the severed faces of his alt mode. Missile pods. He just never stops. Yeah, head is on a ball joint. Looks up and down, side to side. Shoulder is universal. Goes all the way out. Also has a butterfly joint to go forward. And if you want, I guess the transformation joint is a butterfly joint to go backwards. Swivel around. Bicep swivel. Elbow joint. Wrist swivel. He has a wrist swivel. No opening hands on a leader class toy. That's kind of unfortunate. The waist swivel works, even with all this ridiculous mess around it. The hips go forwards and backwards, but they... And which one is the loose one? Yep, this one. It's loose only here, like to about there. After that, I'm sure there's a way to fix it, but that's really annoying. Thigh swivel. Yep. Knee bend. You kind of have to move the mammoth pieces out of the way. And you have an ankle tilt that you didn't have in the beast mode. With no toe joint. And I guess the heel spur has a heel joint. And you also have a swivel at the shin, along with the one at the thigh, I guess. We're not even done with accessories. the rest of the Mammothstodon. It's a cannon. Can it fire the harpoons? With that, it technically fits in there. But you can also move these pieces out of the way. They're on ball joints and hinges. And move this down and fold that down. And you have to fold a peg that's right there. Which is a little bit hard to get to. There we go. But then you just put it in his hand. And now he's got a weapon made out of animal parts. Yep, that's Neo, alright. I don't know where to put his trunk. Just fold it wherever. Like that is a big ass weapon. Like that's one of those final move weapons you pull out and just end everything. I don't even know if it has like a really cool name. Like Mammoth Blaster or World Ender something. Apparently you can stick it on his back. Like this whole contraption, when it's folded back up, has a tab or a peg and a hole right there that apparently are supposed to go on his back somehow. With all this mess, how? I ask, how? There are hinges right there. Like this apparently folds. Is that how you're supposed to do it? Like, I can't see a proper way to store this thing. There, it's on his back. There you go. No, just no. So, yeah, transform the rest of them, and we'll give some final thoughts. Yep, that's definitely a fair fight. Here he is with Leo Prime, Leo Convoy. And, yep, they're... Oh, look up, sir. Yeah, their heads definitely look like evolutions of Optimus Prime and of each other. And Optimus Primal. Still love this figure. It's so far the de facto modern Optimus Primal. Like, there are things you could probably do to make it better, but I don't know if they will. There's that 30th anniversary pack that is leaked. This big boy. It's absolutely ridiculous. I kind of love it, but it's not the best feeling toy. Like, yeah, the hip. Well, the hip is the only major issue. Like, I hope if you get him, or have already picked him up, that doesn't happen to yours. But other than that, this is just a ridiculous design, and I do actually quite like it. The robot mode feels like there's too much stuff, but that's just kind of his entire trope of his toy line is just ridiculousness. Yeah. And the mammoth mode, I'm impressed that they actually make it work. Like, sure, it's not as articulated as you'd hope, but like, it just sitting there solid and not falling apart is impressive in and of itself. But I really hope this toy succeeded, because there's one specific repaint I want of it. It's not the Nemesis one, no. It's Ultra Mammoth. They repainted as Ultra Magnus and named it Ultra Mammoth. That is one of the best things I've ever seen, and I want a modern version of that. So I hope they do that at some point. But I also need more Neo toys, I guess, because I don't have any Neo besides these two. This guy has also made me rethink my shelves, because part of me now wants to put together my Maximals and Predacons, because currently I have the Maximals on one shelf and the Predacons on another, but I kind of want to move them over to a bigger shelf and put them all together, and then move whatever is on the bigger shelf onto the two shelves and separate them more, and like, because I have so many Beast Wars characters that I never thought I'd have, that they don't all fit on the tiny shelf. I have like Magmatron and Tiger Hawk and others just sitting off to the side that now I want to reorganize everything. It's all because of this guy. So thank you, sir, but I also blame you for when I'm eventually going to do that and the craziness that comes from that. So yeah, happy 30th anniversary to Beast Wars, I guess. We're apparently getting like a multi-pack of something. I don't know if there's going to be just reissues of the Kingdom figures with newer paint, because they've already done that in 2 packs previously. So I have no idea what the 30th anniversary thing is going to be until they show it off, but yeah, happy 30th anniversary. Jesus, we're all getting old. What's that? My hair. No, I'm getting a haircut after this, so I'm like trying to. I can't come up with a joke to sell. Oh, I'm losing my hair. No. And I picked the worst time to film this because I'm freaking losing my voice. This guy's cool. He's gonna stay in mammoth mode for the rest of his life, basically, on the shelf. But he's really cool. And that Matrix, the Matrix is actually probably one of the best Matrixes I've ever seen. The only thing that would make it better is light piping. Until next time, keep it weird. This guy certainly fits that bill. Bye.